Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 in our Comm 102 course. Hopefully week 1 went okay, got to know each other a little bit better, got to read the syllabus, get a gist of what's going to happen in this class. This week will be a lot quicker than the video last week, but I will kind of take you through what we're going to do this week. So to start off this week, we're in the week 2 content area, and obviously there's a questions and conversations board that's always there, always available. To ask a question that might be applicable to the whole class. Otherwise, just email me if there are a little bit more personal questions on that. We'll dive in here, just at the start, of objectives and the preparation materials that we have for this week. So you'll see kind of the main points that we're trying to do here this week. So kind of two things: you're looking about analyzing your audience and working on creating a cluster map. So the goal of this is to help you generate some ideas for topics that you're going to be giving your 2 main speeches on this week. So you do have a reading assignment. You'll notice you're going to read the textbook in the first part of the semester and then really focus on the speeches the second half. So there's a lot of reading at the beginning, but it's not too heavy of reading to do that. So make sure you do that. And then always just looking ahead. It catches people off guard every time, but you do have to have live audiences of 8 or more people for your final speeches starting week 7. So just be working on that, making sure you start giving people brownies, whatever you got to do. Make sure you have those 8, because if you don't, you can't simulate it in a webcam, and so you won't get points if you don't have an audience there. So the first thing you're going to focus on is the clustering assignment. And once again, the goal is to generate some ideas for both your informative speech and your persuasive speech. And there's several links here to kind of go through, and they'll give you some ideas on different ways to do a cluster map and give you some good examples. So we're going to take a look at those. Then your next one, I believe here, is the discussion board. And so there are several different items on this list that you're going to want to make sure you get all of them in your post. So you're going to do one post with all this stuff in it. So the first one is you're going to list 10 topics. 5 are informative topics, 5 are persuasive topics. So these are potential topics you've done a little bit exploring. You think these are maybe topics you could do a good academic speech on. So you're going to list those, and then it's important here, after you've done your own post, you go in and you get feedback on the topics listed by other people. So just make sure you got at least 3 responses to 3 other posts on there. Next, you're going to make that cluster map, and you can either make it digitally, you can take a picture of it if you draw it, whatever you need to do. I do recommend looking at this effective map and the poor map, just to give you an example of how cluster maps should look. And then finally, last thing you're going to do is just answer this question about why analyze an audience. Why is an audience and the make of the audience so important in giving a speech? So make sure you get all this stuff included in your post, because it's worth a lot of points. Not a lot, but there's a lot of different things that award you points in that assignment. So that's probably the majority of the work for this week, is that post. So it's your cluster map, it's your idea list, and responding to that. So you'll just go ahead and post it. You'll start a new thread and then post that. Next is you just have a quiz. This is open book. It's just on the chapters that you were assigned to read. So read through them, and then you're welcome to keep your book open. It's just making sure you're getting the gist a little bit of all the ideas that are there. So there's your actual quiz that you'll take. Next up, I believe, is the semester-long test. So this is just a tool that's going to measure how much you're learning throughout the entire semester. So don't worry how you do on this one. You'll take it 3 times, once now, beginning and end of the semester, and only your highest score counts. This probably isn't going to be your highest score this time. It's not open book, can't get help from anyone. So just do your best on this one, and your score will improve on it throughout the semester. So hopefully that makes sense. And then finally, I believe it's just your participation. Sorry, there's that actual link to the quiz, or the semester-long test. And then the last thing is just your participation quiz. So this is just where you'll go in and participate or indicate how you did on this week's materials. So anyways, I hope that's helpful. Let me know after reviewing that if there's anything that doesn't make sense to you. And I look forward to your work this week.